Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, coming to you from one of the most famous golf courses in the world, the Stadium Course at TPC Sawgrass. And Frank, not only does this belong to the best players in the world, but really to any player who wants to tee it up.
That's exactly right, Rich. It's open to the public, but that was also one of the directives when they first built this golf course. First of all, to host a championship, but then allow the fans of the game, people out there watching right now, to be able to go and play that very golf course. And they've succeeded.
First hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 423-yard par 4. Nice way for players to get started. Frank, not too demanding. And let's see what she's got here. She is loading up for the big one.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Good swing, good shot yet again. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Settles in over the putt. Good putt. And now 1 under par. Frank, what do you make of the par 5 second?
Doglegs to the left, so there's a decision to be made here all the time, but a good hooking tee shot. That takes the trees on the left out of play and even the rough on the right. Good tee shot here. I've seen people get home with as little as a 5-iron.
Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
This one looks right on point. And what a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Frank, a nice mix of holes to start. So here we go with a par 3 at the third.
Very narrow at the front of the screen, and that bunker too, you don't actually see it off the tee, the back left bunker, and it sneaks into that left side. So if that flag is on the left, just be careful.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Just 5 feet left. Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under on the day. So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is more daunting, especially when that flag's on the left. So you really do start looking at that blue stuff, water.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Straight at it.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this approach shot here at the fourth is not a long one, but it could end up disastrous.
It can. You have to be very aware of where these mounds are on this green.
This is a good-looking shot. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
That's a third birdie on the day. Fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Second shot now from 160 yards. Go. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Back-to-back birdies and 6 under par. Hole number 6. I really like this hole, Frank. It's fun par 4.
Yeah, very claustrophobic tee shot, heading through that chute to the fairway. Starts to open up and then it sort of shrinks in again because of all the palm trees around this green. But very short par 4. If you're good with a wedge, good chance for 3.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Well, she's just made it look easy out there today. Swing has been rhythmical, tempo's been good, and really has played outstanding golf. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That will be a great look at birdie. Well, this would be nice. A 4th consecutive birdie. Heating up.
I'm running out of fingers.
On fire right now. 7 under par. Seventh hole here at Sawgrass, Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, getting set for this approach shot. Our featured golfer is a player, it's obvious, in full flight right now.
It is. This is where it doesn't matter what the sport is, and golf is a great example for it, though, where when you play your best, it's almost like you're just playing out of your subconscious. Everything happens, it just flows, and you don't really think about it.
Perfect, and in the hole. What a shot. Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass gets all the attention when you look at the par 3s, justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is, longest of the 4 par 3s, plus it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Really has a feel on these greens. That is another birdie. This is impressive. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable. Oh, beautiful swing. And the result is every bit as good. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Second from an excellent lie. This one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can 2-putt from there is a good result.
Now she can make birdie.
Two in a row.
Right in it. Now on to one of the most exciting back nines in golf here at the TPC Sawgrass and the stadium course. Let's begin at number 10, Frank, and what do you make of this hole?
It's another one where you're just trying to fit the tee shot in the fairway there. It's not a driver, just something that stays right. And of course, we've seen a lot of people stray here down the left side. Who can forget Mickelson when he won his Players Championship, hitting that phenomenal 7-iron out of the fairway bunker through the trees and still finding the putting surface. But speaking of the putting surface, this green has more undulations than just about any green on the golf course.
Now that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Second shot now at the 10th, and again, Frank, accuracy is at a premium.
Yeah, gone are the days to sort of thrash it out of the trees like Phil Mickelson. Ideally, coming out of that fairway, you're hitting to a green that moves to the right, so that makes it a little bit more difficult than what the mind's eye first sees.
Good-looking shot right here. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard, par 5. No shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Right in the heart of the fairway. Green light special. Strong winds continue to be a factor. Frank, I know you've played all over the world. How much did you enjoy the challenge of playing into a stiff breeze?
Well, it was a chance to separate yourself from the rest of the field, Rich. Just like these conditions we're seeing right now. You've really got to be smart, pick the right shot. If you get too aggressive on a day like today, you'll pay a far more severe price than normal.
Club selection obviously is crucial.
Oh, it's imperative today.
Take an extra club or two, choke down.
Very much so.
Settles in over the putt. And go ahead and do that. Eagle on the card. Down to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par 4s. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance.
Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Really use this one. It's for birdie. Didn't think this was possible, but 15 under par already. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace. Oh, this is right at it.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Second shot.
Okay, no problem with that one. And Frank, we always like when they have the whole location back left and that ball trickles down, feeds, and you can see some really good ones and maybe even an ace here.
Yeah, just like Mickelson a few years ago. Down there, it looked like it was going to flirt with a bunker, ran up and over the ridge, and in it goes. This is one where you have to play ground ball as well as high ball.
Good spot right there.
Center cup.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Frank, halfway home on maybe the toughest par 4 in the golf course.
Yeah, for some reason, for such a big green, it's always hard to get that second shot close.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now to the 15th, and Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Yeah, it gets no respect in my book, which I think is a shame. Just a nice dogleg to the right. And really 2 good shots and a 3 here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing 3 holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly. And 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite.
I love this. She is winding up, just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball.
Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Great shot. Get the birdie. Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game. 16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17, and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament, too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Superb position, right in the fairway, and 200 yards to the flagstick.
Surely not.
Superb shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Just a couple of feet. Cleans that up, green the hole. Frank, it's the moment that makes it tough, isn't it right?
Yeah, you've made that walk from 16 green. It's 80 yards to the tee here. So as you walk along, and if your eyes venture to the right, you see it all in front of you. You see the crowd behind, and you realize this is the shortest par 3 on the golf course. But you also, if you think a little too hard, everything that you've seen over the years flashes through your mind.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. On the green, looking at a birdie opportunity. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. Because then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, you found dry land, that's the good news, but now you have this second shot, which is very daunting.
Yeah, once again, you're looking at water on the left side, so the tendency is to miss it on the right. But that's a very, very difficult up and down. This is another second shot, you just got to brave it.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Safely aboard. And getting ready for the putt. Has it. That's birdie. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
So that'll do it for